Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Chester. Not the first time I brought you here, and undoubtedly it won't be the last time. But on this occasion I'm coming to photograph one particular building. And it's pretty unique. And here we are. This is the Shot Tower, sometimes referred to as the Bourton Shot Tower because it is actually in the Bourton area of the city. And you might be forgiven quite rightly for assuming that it is some sort of industrial chimney. That couldn't be further from the truth. Granted, it does look for all the world like an industrial chimney stack. However, it is a shot tower for the manufacture of lead shot. And straight away, hopefully, you can appreciate the difficulty involved in photographing something like this. The sculpture in the foreground will obviously be self-explanatory now that you know what the purpose of the tower was. So manufacturing lead shot for muskets and probably early rifles, I guess, but mainly muskets, was quite a labour-intensive task. Most of you will appreciate that lead shot is spherical, just like these little devils on the statue here. And from a personal point of view, if you are a soldier, Napoleonic period soldier, for example, you would have a mould with you so that you could make your own lead shot if emergencies arose. But that's very labour intensive. Now, the idea of the shot tower, it's 168 feet tall. It is 30 feet in diameter at the base and 20 feet in diameter at the top. And the idea was, and it worked, that you pour molten lead through a sieve at the top. And because of that specific height, by the time it reaches the bottom, each particular droplet of lead is formed into a perfect sphere. And at the base, to stop the little lead shot from splatting and becoming flattened, there was a vat of water which instantly cooled the lead and kept it in its spherical form. Clever stuff, huh? So photographically, what am I going to do today? Well, I've come out with the E-M1ii. I've got the 12-40 lens, of course. I've also got a 6mm Laowa with me because I do want to take some shots close up from the base, looking almost vertically up. And then I've also got the Panasonic Lumix 100-300, which I'm going to take way back over the other side of the canal, but I think I'm going to be a little bit snookered because of the new builds over there. We have got a pedestrian footbridge, so I'm going to concentrate to begin with from doing some photographs here and then take a walk over the footbridge. So let's get started. Okay, I hope the wind isn't blowing the camera around too much. But to start off with, I've got the 12-40 on the EM1, so what I'm going to have a look at is I want to see what the statue looks like with at least some of the tower in the shot in the background. And we'll see what that's like. And I think I'm going to do one profile shot. Yeah, I quite like this profile shot, concentrating on the statue. It's pretty dramatic from here with the 12 to 40 on. Goodness knows what it's going to be like with the 6mm Laowa. But we'll try that now. Apologies for the drilling noises. Right. Okay, well, now, oh gosh, you're going to notice a huge difference here. I'm just going to focus on the statue, but really, as I've said before, the depth of field with this lens is astronomical. I can even get in closer, I think, yep. Putting the statue right in front of the tower at the moment, and then I'm also going to do one offset, so the two are separate. Going to get some crazy perspective in these. Oh boy, oh boy. Absolutely ridiculous. But in a very positive way. Okay, so I think that's the close-up shots taken care of. Now we're going to take a walk across the footbridge over the canal and see what it looks like from the other side. Yes, well, apologies for the construction workers behind me. They're working on top of this high-rise block, so apologies for that. But from here you can see the view that I've got of the tower and the two new apartment buildings either side of it. 12 to 40 territory, I think. But I'm also going to try the 6mm because that's going to give me enough coverage to get both of these apartment buildings completely in the shot. So we'll try that. Well, now I'm walking away from the Shropshire Union Canal down towards the main road which connects Chester city centre out towards Bourton and the rest of Chester and Cheshire, in fact. I'm not sure, you may be able to see the tower in the background behind me. I'm deliberately coming down this way. I mean, having brought the 100 to 300 lens with me, it's going to be a shame not to make use of it to see if I can get anything worth showing you using this lens. Just let me turn around and have a look. Well, it's definitely there. However, I think even at 100mm, which is 200mm full frame equivalent, I'm still too close. So I'm now going to be practically on the main road. Oh boy, right. Well, at least there's somewhere for me to put the equipment down. Just let's spin round and have a look. I mean, I'll just show you the how busy this road is. It's a major road into and out of Chester city centre. And as I say, here we are with Waitrose and the tower in the distance. So I'm going to put the gear down, swap lenses over and fit the 100 to 300. At least that'll give me an idea what the framing is going to be like. Okay, found somewhere safe to put the hold all while I change lenses. Again, apologies for the traffic noise. Can't be helped, I'm afraid, down here. Right, 100 to 300 attached. So I'm going to leave the camera running, the Pocket 3. I'll wander over here and see what the perspective is like. Wish me luck from here. Yeah, thought so. Still far too close. Far too close. I'm going to take one from here anyway, of just the top 3 stories, really. 800 to f9, and I've underexposed it by a stop. ISO is 200. Yeah, we're getting there, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to cross the main road to get all of the tower in with this lens. I'm determined to do it. Whether it's going to be worth it or not is another matter. But, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, isn't that what they say? Just got to take my life in my hands, crossing the main road. Right. Oh, I can get halfway, which is good. And now I can get the whole way, which is even better. Right, so let's pan you around. There you are, away in the distance you can see the shot tower. So, don't hold your breath because I still may not be able to get it all in here. What did I tell you? Okay, it's now getting ridiculous. And this is not going to be, I don't think anyway, a successful composition. No, I'm going to take the shot anyway, just to show you the difficulties. In fact, I'm going to try a pano. So I'm going to do 2 shots, base and top. Well, at least I beat the parcel delivery van. I'll take that as a win. Isn't that pretty? Front door, hanging baskets with a wreath. Icing on the cake, red dragon. What's going on there? Gotta take a photo of that. My friends down in Wales never forgive me for not shooting that. Bonus for me at the moment is the fact that we've got the shadows, not the pop group. We've got the shadows casting beautiful light on the side. Oh, well, goodbye to the main road and goodbye to the 100 to 300. I didn't really have a lot of confidence that I would need the reach of that, and bear in mind it was set to the shortest end of its telephoto. I've got the shots that I wanted using the 6mm and the 12 to 40. .12 to 40, you know, is such a fantastic lens on micro four thirds. I don't know where I'd be without it, to be quite honest with you. And to be fair, the Laowa has been an absolute godsend. Be prepared for some more construction sounds, I'm afraid. But we're walking back towards the canal now, and I'm going to fill the rest of the morning taking some shots of interest to me. I think this could be an interesting composition from here using the 6mm with the footbridge leading into the frame from the right and the left hand side framed off by the apartment building. So we're going to try that, I think. The tower was built by Walker's Parker & Co. in 1799, and there's an interesting aside. It formed just a small part of the Chester lead works. Chester used to handle an awful lot of lead coming over from the mines in North Wales. Places like Minera, outside of Wrexham there. So the shot tower was a logical progression, I guess. It's a rather nice building, isn't it? The old steam mill. Yeah, I think that deserves a still. Popular spot along here. Always people milling around, cycling, walking, just generally having a good time, especially in lovely weather like today. Quite a few narrowboats as well, of course. And we're now approaching City Road, which is where I will turn off and head back towards the railway station. Just keeping an eye open for some more compositions along the way. So before it gets ridiculously noisy again with the traffic and construction workers, I hope you get a little bit of information about how I approach an awkward subject like the shot tower. The history of it obviously is really interesting to me. I hope it is to you as well. But the challenge is getting something different with regard to your stills. And the option is either to go really close in or to stand off and use a longer lens. Now in my case the 100 to 300 too much, the 12 to 40, so that's an 80mm equivalent on full frame. That's not enough. Anyway, I think I've got enough to keep me going as we go underneath the City Road bridge and find my way up to the staircase back to the railway station. From a very busy Chester, I'm going to say enjoy your photography. If you get subjects like that, have a think about how best to interpret them. That's just my take on it. There may be other people with better ideas. But anyway, for now, take care everybody, and I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.